Now, part of me does disagree with some of the actions going on here, but let's be very clear here. We were alerted today of something huge going on. And I'll come over here to Zach Boosie, where he says, House Oversight Committee Chairman James Comer invited the CEOs of Discord, Steam, Twitch, and Reddit to testify on the radicalization of online forum users. Now, I will fully say this. I 100% believe that because these are boomer cons, they're not going to tackle this in a decent way, especially because things like Steam are being brought up. They're probably going to try to say that video games are the reason of radicalization going on here. I will fully say this. But if you remove Steam, what do we see here? We see Discord, we see Twitch, and we see Reddit. Those are some of the major prolificators of actual radicalization going on now, and some very disturbing garbage that goes on all three of those particular sites. When it goes to Reddit, Reddit is only really good for is prawn, and, well, let's not even mince words here, far less left radicalization. It is all over that particular website. They call for death on a daily basis. It is deranged. The only good thing about Reddit is the prawn. I'm not even gonna lie there. When it comes to Discord, there's so many disgusting, disturbing things that take place on Discord. Discord is home to a lot of, well, CP rings, a lot of manipulation, a lot of radicalization. A lot of individuals go on Discord, and Discord cracks down on more conservative-leaning sides of individuals and will just ignore CP rings, ignore some of the things that are going on over there. When it comes to Steam, it's pretty obvious. They're trying to wrap up things like video games. I already said that. But the interesting thing here, the most interesting thing is Twitch. Twitch and the radicalization that is being prolificated over on Twitch. And this is huge. The fact that Twitch did get involved. Now, again, I don't really see much happening here because we can go over the 10 years of big tech platforms being brought into Congress and nothing being done. But when you think about Twitch being brought up, who's often on Twitch? And we have Dan Can't Tweet, Dan Saltman over here, mentioning this and, you know, saying all this. Twitch CEO is being called to testify in front of committee on the radicalization of its users. Now, I'm just sitting here and I'm thinking, guys, who uses Twitch a lot? Who uses Twitch the most? I'm thinking hard. Oh yeah, it's Hasan. Now, I can't play this video of Hasan right here. I can't play you the video of the things that Hasan says in this clip right now. It is not possible. My channel will be taken down. My streaming abilities would be taken down. But Hasan regularly goes out and says insane, just awful things left, right, and center. He is a bastion of radicalization. But the things I can show you are things like this, where he openly doxes his user, goes against TOS.
Iran and Gaza, Mamdani communists. Let's go to war against the left.
In our sincerity and actually delivering for the very working people who've been left behind by our politics. Compared.
So after you know, openly doxing an individual, he then goes on to brandish a gun. Yeah. Okay, but we also have this. Breaking Hasan Piker, also known as Hasan Abi, has been banned. Well, no, he hasn't been banned from Twitch, but he said this to Rick Scott. You know, he said this famous clip about Rick Scott.
There's about $50 billion estimated that are lost every year in Medicaid, just in fraud alone.
That fraud is not coming from individuals. It's coming from providers. They're not tackling providers. They're not actually going after like false billing. They are trying to cut recipients. Okay. It is not happening at the point of recipients. If you cared about Medicare fraud or Medicaid fraud, you would kill Rick Scott.
Yeah. Guys, radicalization. Oh, we also have this famous one from Hasan as well, guys. We have this one. Yeah, Tom Cotton. And then we have Hasan tweeting out an image of the firearm that was used to assassinate Shinzo Abe over in Japan. Try to piece two and two together right there. But again, guys, this is all about radicalization. This is a thing that has been going on for a while now. This has been a very prolific thing that has been happening over on Twitch. That's why when Twitch is brought up, there could be things happening. I particularly do not subscribe to the idea that a lot could happen here, but it is important to bring up, and Twitch could potentially be cracking down, rightfully so, on individuals like Hasan. And mind you, Hasan's been freaking out about this. Twitch is not a factor in the Tyler Robinson investigation at all, and yet... And yet they want to bring the platform in to the story. There is a sinister reason, and I think you all know what it is. Well, no, it's not even about the Tyler Robinson thing. Why are they being brought in? It's to discuss the radicalization of online forums. And when it comes to some of the things that have been going on ever since the Charlie Kirk assassination, one of the big things that was being shared around was this. When we were talking about the radicalization effect, when we were talking about what was going on there, this was huge at this point in time. This is a major deal, and this does contribute to what happened to Tyler Robinson. We can also take a look at things like Discord, Steam, Reddit. Obviously, they're all over Reddit. Obviously, they're all over Discord, and they're trying to indict Steam because of video games and the fact that the dude was playing Steam games and trying to do that whole weird bull crap right there. But the most interesting thing is just how Hasan is acting to this, because we already knew Hasan was terrified. We knew Hasan was terrified all week because Elon Musk was getting involved. And I know this is Grums, but I'm doing this for a reason. Elon Musk has been constantly responding to individuals talking about Hasan. And Hasan has been getting scared of this. Hasan has been getting terrified of the fact that Elon Musk is getting involved, and Elon Musk is amplifying all of what Hasan has said and calls for Hasan to get banned. So if we combined everything that we have going on right there, we combine the fact that Hasan is out here crying left, right, and center, that Hasan is freaking out about this, that we have all these people engaging in this action right now. What do you think might be happening over with Twitch? Why do you think Hasan might be getting terrified right there? And we also have like Hasan freaking out, trying to indict Dan can't tweet on any of this, trying to say that this is all Dan's fault. Good job to everyone that was involved in giving the Proud Boys, the ADL, and the Trump administration all the out of context material they can now use to pressure social media platforms. They're not going to just come after me, by the way. He's crying right now. None of these clips are out of context, by the way. Not a single one of these clips is out of context. I can't play you this video. That is full context. I showed you full context clips right here. This one always gives me a bunch of hassle. That's why I had to end up like playing it a certain way. He's done this routinely. This isn't even including the calling of Ethan Klein's wife a valid military target today. This isn't including all sorts of other deranged shit that Hasan has said. America deserves 9/11, which is another quote from Hasan. This doesn't include what he said about, he was a Texas congressman, the guy with the eye patch. It's escaping me right now. I'm not a big fan of him, but he said some heinous things about that guy. And I need to respond to this real quick. Hey, I just need to point this out. Not here, but right here. When it comes to this idea of radicalization and Hasan, a Hasan fan is going viral for allegedly making terroristic threats and being charged with 11 felonies. The same fan took credit for inviting Piker to a Detroit FC soccer game last week, acting as a liaison for the club. Hasan Piker's chat was very complimentary of my mullet. We have already seen evidence of Hasan Piker's chat being radicalized. We have some of his audience being radicalized and doing terrorism and being charged with terrorism. So we wonder why maybe Twitch is being brought up before Congress to talk about the radicalization that is going on there. You wonder why that's happening? It's because of you, Hasan. And I've said this multiple times. I've wanted Hasan to be removed from Twitch, not just because I have vehemently disagree with him and I think he's a detriment to human society and to American politics and politics as a whole, but it's also because Hasan's inability to control himself and the fact that he violates TOS on a daily basis is a threat and a detriment to every other creator on the platform. You love a VTuber on the platform, you love Zentreya. Zentreya's financial well-being is put at risk by Hasan being on that platform, because as long as Hasan is on that platform and allowed to violate TOS in this extreme degree, everybody else's money and income is put into jeopardy. Your favorite Twitch streamer that might not be a political Twitch streamer, their money is put into jeopardy. VTubers, gamers, hot tub streamers, what have you, all those people on Twitch that don't do politics, they are put in jeopardy by individuals like Hasan and his ilk. The people that go out there and fully say vile things and break TOS on the daily, they are putting all of you at risk. And because of that, Twitch is being brought up in all this, and we could see some major changes. Again, I don't put a whole lot of weight into all of that. I could cite the 10 plus years of big tech being brought in front of Congress, but you could see some major changes going on, especially in the light of what happened to Charlie Kirk.